I'm sitting by the living room window, holding a warm cup of tea, watching the golden leaves fall outside. This year, I turned 59, an age when people often look back on their lives and ask themselves if they've lived right, if they've been truly happy. In that moment, I realized that I've accumulated so much, both material and emotional, that may no longer be serving me. I clearly remember one afternoon a few months ago. I stood in the middle of a room filled with items, things I've kept from the time I first got married until now. I asked myself, do I really need all of this? There were things I no longer used but couldn't bring myself to throw away. They seemed to hold me to a past that no longer served me, making my mind heavier. But it wasn't just the material things. I realized that I was also holding on to old habits and outdated ways of thinking. They were like heavy suitcases I'd been dragging behind me throughout my life, weighing me down and taking away the lightness and peace I longed for. In that moment, I decided it was time for a change. I couldn't continue living this way as I entered this new phase of life. I wanted my life from 60 onward to be a journey of joy, happiness, and tranquility. I wanted to let go of the things that no longer fit, to make room for what truly matters and brings value to my life. I resolved to let go of the habits that had been holding me back for so long. I started seriously thinking about my procrastination, about the memories of the past that kept me living in nostalgia, and about how I constantly compared myself to others, making me feel like I wasn't enough. I realized that turning 60 wasn't the end, but rather the beginning of a new chapter in my life. I wanted each day from here on out to be truly worth living, waking up every morning to a sense of freshness and peace in my heart. With this resolve, I boldly began clearing away the things that no longer had value, tidied up my home, but most importantly, I began to declutter my mind. I let go of procrastination, learned to live fully in the present, and focused on the positive things in life. It was a difficult decision, but I knew it was essential for my well-being, and I felt much lighter as soon as I took that first step on this new journey. So today, I want to share with you 6 habits I decided to let go of before turning 60. These are lessons I've learned from my own life, hoping that you too can find the inspiration to let go of what no longer serves you and live a life that is lighter, happier, and more fulfilling. Let's begin this new journey together, so that each day ahead becomes a precious gift that we truly want to open and enjoy. I still remember the feeling of procrastinating on an important task. Perhaps you've experienced this too. You set goals and plans with great excitement, only to back out at the last minute. We've all told ourselves, I'll do it tomorrow, but that tomorrow never seems to come. Procrastination isn't a harmless habit, as we often think. Every time you procrastinate, you add more pressure and stress to yourself. What may start as a small task today can, when pushed off until tomorrow, the next day, or the week after, become a burden that keeps you awake at night, anxious, and robbing you of peace of mind. Have you ever wondered why we procrastinate? The usual reasons are fear of not doing it well, avoiding challenges, or simply not finding the right motivation. But here's the paradox. By procrastinating, you're letting those fears and anxieties control your life. I realize that even the smallest tasks, like cleaning the house, sorting out paperwork, or exercising, when procrastinated repeatedly, became a huge source of stress. I asked myself, why do I do this to myself? And I want you to ask yourself this question now. To overcome procrastination, the first step is to face and understand why you procrastinate. Take a few minutes and ask yourself, what are you afraid of when doing this task? What's holding you back from starting right now? Understanding the reasons behind your procrastination will help you find solutions more easily. Once you understand the cause, try breaking the task down into smaller, more manageable steps. For example, instead of thinking about cleaning the whole house, you can start with one room, one drawer, or just a small table. Remind yourself that completing just a little bit is already a big success. Trust me, each small step will build momentum to keep going. Another technique I like to use is the 5-minute rule. When it feels too hard to start a task, I tell myself that I'll only do it for 5 minutes. And interestingly, once I begin, I often find myself wanting to continue longer. But even if you only stick to the 5 minutes, you've made progress and overcome the dreaded procrastination. It's also important to recognize and reward yourself every time you complete a task on time. Don't underestimate the power of a small reward, like a good cup of coffee, a short break to relax, or simply listening to your favorite song. These small rewards help your brain associate task completion with satisfaction, reinforcing good habits. Remember, there is no perfect time to start. If you wait until everything is perfect, you may never get around to executing your plans. The reality is that taking action is what makes you ready. It builds your confidence to keep going. So, start now, as you're hearing me share this. It's never too early, but it will always be too late if you don't take action. What if you could imagine the future where you've completely let go of procrastination? Life would certainly be much lighter and easier. You'd have more time to enjoy life, spend time with loved ones, and most importantly, you'd be free from unnecessary stress and pressure. You're at a precious time in your life when every minute holds special value. Don't let procrastination take away any more opportunities. Let go of this habit today. I believe you can do it, and you deserve to live a happy, peaceful, and relaxed life. Are you ready to turn the page to a new chapter of your life, one without procrastination but full of proactivity, confidence, and happiness? I'm sure that when you look back, you'll be very grateful for this important decision. Start today, for a bright and peaceful future is waiting for you. Have you ever wondered why the past has such a strange pull on you? The past holds so many beautiful memories, unforgettable moments, joys, and even deep regrets. But you know, living in the past is like continuously rereading an old chapter of your life, while missing the opportunity to write more exciting new chapters. Many of us hold on to so many objects, pictures, and mementos from the past. There's nothing wrong with that, but sometimes it can unintentionally trap us in days gone by. When you cling too tightly to too many memories, it's like you're refusing to live fully in the present, losing your ability to enjoy the joy in each moment. Think about the items you're still keeping. How many of them are truly necessary to keep? How many of them weigh you down and create unnecessary burdens instead of bringing you joy every time you see them? There are things you hold on to simply because you feel guilty about throwing them away, even though you really don't want them anymore. Take a moment to ask yourself, do these items really make you happier, or are they just keeping you in a state of regret and sadness about what's no longer here? When you accept letting go of what you no longer need, you'll experience a remarkable sense of lightness. You can also detoxify your memories by carefully selecting what truly has meaning. Keep the things that make you smile when you see them, the things that make you feel proud, grateful, and happy, and let go of everything else gently. This action not only helps declutter your living space, but also frees you from the invisible ties to the past. Imagine stepping into a clean, open space where your heart feels lighter and your mind more open to embracing new joys in life. Another effective way to stop living in the past is by paying more attention to the present. Focus on enjoying the small but precious moments in your day. It could be a warm cup of tea in the morning, a joyful conversation with someone you love, or just a few minutes walking in your garden. Remember that every day is a new opportunity to create beautiful memories. None of us can change the past, but we all have the right to decide how we live in the present. When you learn to fully embrace every moment in the present, you won't feel regret for what's gone. Letting go of the past doesn't mean completely forgetting what's happened. Instead, see the past as valuable lessons that helped you grow. Cherish and be thankful for those experiences, but don't let them hold you back. Let them serve as reminders of how strong you are as you move forward. Believe me, once you dare to let go of the past, you'll open the door to a brand new chapter in your life. A chapter full of promise, with countless opportunities and amazing experiences waiting for you. You can't even imagine how freeing it will feel to not be bound by the past. Are you ready to stop living in the past? You can take small steps, starting with clearing a little corner of your house until you feel completely free. I'm sure that once you achieve this, you'll find the peace and happiness you truly deserve. Remember, life is at its most beautiful and complete when you live fully in the present. Be bold and move forward, because the best things in life are still waiting for you ahead. Have you ever noticed how negative thoughts can quietly take over and affect your entire life? Sometimes they start from something small, but have the power to change your mood and energy throughout the whole day. Negative thoughts are like a dark lens that clouds your view, making everything around you seem much gloomier than it really is. Negative thinking usually stems from worry, disappointment, or dissatisfaction with ourselves. When we let these thoughts grow unchecked, we gradually lose the ability to view things objectively and positively. As a result, we fall into prolonged stress, insomnia, and a decrease in our quality of life. To let go of negative thinking, you need to learn to recognize it as soon as it appears. Whenever you start to feel a negative thought forming in your mind, stop for a moment and ask yourself, is this thought helping me? Is it truly valid? Or is it just a temporary reaction? When you ask yourself these questions, you'll realize that many negative thoughts are irrational and unfounded. A helpful way to combat negative thinking is to keep a daily gratitude journal. Focusing on the positive things and being thankful for the good in your life helps naturally redirect your attention from the negative to the positive. Try starting each day by writing down 3 things you're grateful for, no matter how small. You'll be surprised at how this simple practice shifts your mood and outlook on life. It's also important to surround yourself with positivity. Spend time with people who have a positive attitude, read inspiring books, or listen to uplifting music. By creating a positive environment for yourself, you'll find it much easier to maintain an optimistic and positive mood every day. Also, remember that no one is perfect and everyone makes mistakes or experiences failure. Instead of beating yourself up over mistakes or failures, see them as valuable lessons that help you grow. By accepting yourself, loving yourself, and forgiving your mistakes, you'll eliminate negative thoughts and move forward with more confidence and optimism. You deserve a life full of joy and happiness. Letting go of negative thoughts doesn't just reduce your stress, but also enhances the quality of your life and relationships with those around you. Always remember that you have the power to control your thoughts and choose positive ones to nourish your soul and life every day. Now is the time for you to decide to live with optimism, positivity, and happiness. Don't let negative thoughts pull you down anymore. Be strong and step out of the darkness, welcoming the bright light of life, because you deserve the best things that await you ahead. Life is a collection of experiences, both joyful and sorrowful. But holding on too tightly to the past only prevents you from enjoying the present and future. If you often feel weighed down by old memories, ask yourself, does holding on to them make you any happier? The past should be cherished as valuable lessons that helped you grow, not as a burden that holds you back. When you courageously leave the past behind and open your heart to new experiences, you'll realize that life has so much more beauty waiting for you. Learn to appreciate the present and create a future with tangible actions today. Every day is an opportunity for you to begin a new journey and write another page in the book of your life. Don't let the past define who you are in the future. Instead, let each decision you make today shape the life you've always desired. You can start by decluttering your home, removing the old, unused items that no longer serve you. This simple act will make your living space feel lighter and more spacious. Along with clearing the physical space, you'll also find it easier to clear your mind and prepare for the new joys and wonderful experiences that lie ahead. Remember, living happily isn't about never thinking about the past. It's about finding the right balance between the past, present, and future, so that each day is a gift you truly appreciate and enjoy to the fullest. 4. Let go of the need to control everything. There's one truth you need to accept. Not everything is within your control. Trying to control every aspect of your life only adds stress and exhaustion. As you approach your 60s, you need to learn that sometimes things won't go as planned, and that's perfectly okay. Think of life like a flowing river. Instead of trying to steer the flow, all you need to do is gently go along with it. Letting go of control will help you enjoy life more fully, reduce unnecessary pressure, and open up space for delightful surprises. Start by identifying what truly matters to you and focus your energy on those things. Allow yourself to relax and let life unfold naturally. This will help you feel a sense of peace and happiness from within. 5. Stop comparing yourself to others. Comparing yourself to others is one of the most dangerous habits and the easiest way to damage your mental well-being. We tend to compare our weaknesses with other people's strengths, which is completely unfair and leaves us feeling dissatisfied with ourselves. Remember, everyone has their own journey, their own story, and unique goals. Instead of comparing yourself to others, focus on becoming the best version of yourself. Every day, ask yourself what you've done better than yesterday and aim to improve from within. You'll realize that when you stop comparing yourself to others, you'll feel freer, more comfortable, and your life will be much happier. Appreciate what you have now and continue to strive for personal growth in your own way. 6. Let go of toxic relationships. The relationships around you greatly influence the quality of your life. As you approach your 60s, it's crucial to let go of toxic and unhealthy relationships. People who constantly make you feel hurt, insecure, or disrespected are the ones you should distance yourself from. Sometimes, letting go of an unhealthy relationship can be hard, but it's necessary to protect your mental health and long-term happiness. Focus on relationships that bring you joy, support, and positive encouragement. Healthy relationships will help you live a happier and healthier life. And most importantly, your heart will feel lighter when you no longer carry the burden of negativity from others. 7. Stop hoarding what you don't really need. As you approach your 60s, it's time to realize that true happiness doesn't come from owning a lot of things. Hoarding too many unnecessary items not only makes your living space crowded, but it also creates a great deal of mental stress. You can begin the journey to a simpler life by taking the time to review every item in your home. Ask yourself, do I really need this? Does it bring any joy or value to my life anymore? If the answer is no, be brave enough to give it away or throw it out. Reducing your belongings will make your living space feel much lighter and more airy. You'll find it easier to manage your home, and your mind will feel more relaxed and at peace. You'll be amazed at how much more comfortable and happy life becomes once you've let go of the unnecessary things. Conclusion. Before you turn 60, letting go of these unhealthy habits will help you live a happier, healthier, and more peaceful life. Remember, life is a precious gift, and you truly deserve to enjoy every moment of it with tranquility and real joy. Now is the time for you to begin this new journey, a journey filled with meaning and happiness that you truly deserve. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video. I hope my thoughts on letting go of old habits will inspire you to live a joyful, healthy, and fulfilling life as you approach your 60s. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like and share it so that your loved ones can also benefit from these positive messages. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please click subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you won't miss any of our latest videos. Remember, your life is the story you write. Don't hesitate to begin making changes today to create a brighter future. Thank you so much, and I wish you a wonderful day, full of joy and happiness.